It's my dream to make sure that every Biotecnika student and subscriber gets placed into the biotech, pharma and allied industries. But this dream has got several challenges. So in today's video, we are going to discuss about Biotecnika's placement services. What are the challenges we face and how are we overcoming them, and how exactly we are able to place students into the industry. Now, to be very frank, I'm not here to boast that, okay, we are doing this, we are doing that. Instead, I'm going to tell you what are the real world challenges we are facing and how our team is working on it. How are we talking to the HRs and convincing them to hire our students? Now, to start with, the first seed of Biotecnika was sown in the year of 2006. Way back 18 years ago. Now, that time we created it as a job portal where people could go look and get a job. But like I told you, 75% of the jobs in the industry is hidden. That means it goes through referral, and that is where most of you suffer. But when I started digging into the industry, I realized that more than the referral, it's all about the skill set. The biggest challenge we face when we are placing students is the industry is demanding something else, but my students are having some other skills. And that's where we keep coming up with newer courses, newer internships, newer projects for all of you. For example, we have AI/ML. We are soon coming up with our own various other wet lab initiatives, dry lab initiatives, guaranteed placement initiatives, and initiatives to train you on GCMS, NGS, LCMS, all of that. So what industry needs, we are trying to do that. Now, Biotecnika has, over a period of several years, specialized into multiple fields. So we have teams taking care of all of this. And one such team is the placement team. So the placement team is actually called as a corporate relations team. We connect with all the companies, their HRs, we understand the requirement. And to be very frank, we face the same challenges which you might face as a job seeker, because when you apply, they say we don't want freshers. Same thing happens to us when we approach a company or a company approaches us that we want to hire. They say we want someone with 3 to 5 years experience. And that is where the hurdle is, the biggest hurdle we face. So what we do is we have a team which will convince the HR to at least take the interview of our students who have up to 1 year of experience in various training programs which we have, and see if they fit in. So now the question is, they ask, okay, if they have less experience, what if they are not at par with somebody with 3 to 5 years of experience? So we ask the HRs, we ask the scientists of that company that, okay, what is your expectation? You tell us, we'll train our students and then send. It's like a negative feedback mechanism. So what we don't have, we ask, we make changes into our curriculum and we make it happen. So that's one of the important things we do at this juncture to overcome this problem, which is limited experience and expertise. So Biotecnika emphasizes on the importance of internships, projects which we do, and then we give the experience letter. And it's not just that we are, training you, we are leaving you to explore. That's called internship. You're working on projects with our pharma partners. You're working on projects with our partners in India like Quantum Zyme. And very soon we are going to come up with many other companies also. We are first helping the students learn, and then we are giving them the opportunity to work in the industry, and then the industry is directly absorbing them. Now, another challenge which we are facing, or we always face, in fact you also face, is competitive job market. So what happens is the biotech sector, there are a lot of people with experience already. So how do you get in as a fresher? That is where our network comes into picture. So we have requirements coming in from various companies to us, because we have built a relation. So the HRs will say, instead of me going and shortlisting manually, let me send it to Biotecnika. If they have someone, they will refer, and that is where we come into picture. So we overcome the competitive job market because we have a network of HRs and biotech companies, CEOs and the iBiome group. So we keep getting the job vacancies from there. The next problem which we face is rapidly evolving industry. So for example, just 2 days back, I got a requirement from a company. I cannot disclose because we have a non-disclosure agreement with them. So what they said is they want someone with 3 to 5 years experience again in AI/ML and bioinformatics with expertise in molecular biology also. But then our team went back and said, sir, we don't have people in AI/ML with 3 to 5 years experience, because AI/ML itself is 1.5 year old. So we can't have 3 to 5 years experience holders in India, right? So that is where we convinced them and we could place our students there. So that is one of the challenges which every job seeker faces, but thanks to our network, we are able to overcome that as well. Now, moving forward, there is another problem which we all face, and that is recruitment process challenges. So what happens is because many biotech companies have stringent and lengthy recruitment process, multiple levels of interviews, and what they do is they will ask you questions and then see how you're responding to it. It could be a technical question, but the HR is also evaluating you. It could be a stress question, and the scientist might also be evaluating you. So what we do is we train our students on mock interviews. Giving interview is also an art. The only thing which we don't do is the salary negotiation process. We don't intervene there. But yes, definitely we are doing everything else, including mock interviews, training students and giving them the work experience and then placing them into the industry. Now, many students come to me and ask that if you are placing so many students, then why don't we see their video testimonials on Biotechnika's YouTube channel? The answer to that question is yes. Very soon we are going to come up with many such testimonials, but the only hurdle we are facing right now is most of the biotech companies are working on intellectual property generation. It could be some secret projects or patented work they are doing or some copyright. So we can't infringe because we have a non-disclosure agreement with them. So we cannot disclose, but yeah, if the company permits, we are definitely going to disclose that on our YouTube channel also, which you will see. But definitely after the training program, we are taking the interviews of our students, and that testimonial is already coming. So the feedback for all those training is already coming. Very soon, once we have the permission from those companies, we'll start posting those interviews also. But for now, we don't have, so that is the reason we are not able to post. But yeah, the placement is happening and this is how it works. Now coming to the next part, what are the constraints we are facing, and of course you will also face, is number of companies in India is limited. Right, in whatever domain we say in biotech. So what we have started doing is we have started placing students globally also. So if some student wants to go abroad and get placed in a job, we are looking at that avenue because Biotecnika Global has come out very strong now. We have many students who are from abroad like US, UK, China, Russia. So all those students, so we are trying to place them in foreign companies also, including India. So that's one of the things which is going to happen in 2025. But this is how the placement process works in Biotecnika. We have a dedicated team which makes relationship with all the companies in biotech, in India as well as abroad. And what they do is they reach out to them, ask if there is any vacancy. We can do end-to-end recruitment for them, and that too for free. They'll be like, okay, somebody is doing our job for free. So they will send it to us, and then our team picks up our students and sees which profile is matching. We arrange the interviews. Once the interview happens, then we go ahead and allow the student to get absorbed into that company. Of course, there'll be a lot of lengthy process of agreements and all of that, but that takes up to a month's time. But this is how we are placing students currently in AI/ML, bioinformatics, molecular biology, sales and marketing, NGS, data analysis, and various other fields. Now, coming to the last part of this video is how can you take advantage of our placement services. So placement services, as of now, we have not launched it as an independent service. It is only available to students who are enrolling in our internships. So if you are enrolled in our internships, you can avail that. If not, definitely in future, we may try to bring it as a separate standalone services for everyone at a very minimal cost. But for now, it is not available because we already have to place our own students. Now, coming to the part where questions can be asked that, okay, what next? How many people you are able to place? To be very frank, right now, 33 to 35% of the students are getting absorbed within Biotechnika's Swedish partner itself. The rest of them, we are able to place in various other biotech companies. So over a period of last, 12 months, we have placed more than 657 students in various companies. And we hope that we will breach our record next year by, placing even more. So that's actually on an average per day, we place 2 students in a company. That's a good record, but we'll target to place even more because we have so many of you. So this is all about the Biotechnika's placement services. If you have any questions, comments, anything you would like to know, then please comment below and I'll definitely come back and reply, or I'll make a separate video just for you. Thank you so much, and reach out to me at shekhar@biotechnika.org. Any questions, I'm right here for you. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.